How's it going, everyone? Welcome to week one of our engineering graphics course. I was looking at the course roster before I started to record this video, and I think I know a handful of you, but in case we haven't met yet, my name is Henry Griffith, and I'm the chair of the Math, Architecture, Physics, and Engineering program here at San Antonio College. For those of you that know me, you know that last March I actually started as the engineering program coordinator here at SAC and was able to transition into the chair role this January. And as I mentioned in the initial email that I sent back to you when our course was originally scheduled to begin at the beginning of the 14-week term, when I transitioned to chair, naturally there came some limitation on the amount of courses that I could teach. So unfortunately, we were a bit short of instructors, but the good news is that we have an excellent new adjunct instructor that we've onboarded to teach this course. He has a background in mechanical design, so I think it will have kind of a complementary perspective in the little bit of course content that you get from me here in the beginning and the course content once he transitions, probably in week 2, but at latest, let's just say week 3. So since I will only kind of be your temporary instructor, I did want to make sure that you get started. So the way that we're going to try to organize the course across the two of us is to actually break this into modules on a weekly basis. And each week you will have an Excel sheet that will basically serve as a checklist of all the things that you'll need to do that week. So whenever you get into your Canvas course, the first thing you want to do is download this checklist. And if I were you, I would kind of take these weekly checklists and compile them into some type of cumulative checklist that kind of keeps you on track throughout the course and kind of make sure that you're not missing any deadlines. So after you watch this intro video, the first thing that I'd like you to do is to actually download the PowerPoint, which is the Lecture 1 Intro to Engineering Design file, and actually watch all of the embedded YouTube videos within that lecture and read the slides in detail. The links are kind of hard to miss. What you'll see is that PowerPoint is kind of organized into subsections, and each subtitle is actually a link to a YouTube video. Now, because of the uncertainty and who would teach the class and so on, these lecture videos are actually videos that I used back in the fall. So if I make any comments to the fall term or anything like that, do feel free to ignore them. After you've watched that first Lecture 1 video and reviewed the PowerPoint slides, and that'll probably take you, if you go into detail and do all of the embedded exercises within them, maybe about an hour to an hour and a half. What I'd like you to do is actually transition and complete the first homework, which kind of goes over the entire engineering design process. And really, if you have additional time at the end of this 8 weeks, it's probably a good idea to attempt to redo that, given the tools that you've gained in engineering graphics, and just kind of look at the delta in your ability not only to use particular graphical tools in order to capture end products of the engineering design process, but also just your ability to think as an engineer throughout the design cycle. After you've completed that first lecture and completed the first homework, the next thing that you want to do is actually make sure that you have an Autodesk account set up and that whatever machine you're going to use for this course, that you've installed the AutoCAD software onto that machine. And if you have any questions on any of this, do feel free to reach out to me via email. Once you have your Autodesk account set up and you have access to AutoCAD, you'll want to complete the week 1 discussion board assignment. That will provide an introduction to you, your background, what engineering major you're in, and also your kind of install status on AutoCAD to me, and let me make sure that everyone is okay and on the same page and ready to move forward into week 2 when we'll actually start using the software. And then lecture 2 is going to cover the basics of some concepts of engineering drawings. So as you might imagine, like many things in engineering, the drawings actually serving as the end product of the engineering design process, which have a variety of utility from manufacturing to quality control and inspection and so on. They have a standardized format in order to promote efficiency and interoperability across different manufacturers and verticals and so on. So lecture 1 will kind of go over the intro to engineering design process. You'll have the homework, which is due on Sunday. You have a discussion board assignment due on Sunday as well to kind of introduce yourself to the class and let us know where you're at with respect to the AutoCAD install process. And then lecture 2 is going to go over the basics of standardized engineering drawings. That way we're ready to rapidly transition into the AutoCAD software beginning in week 2. So that is it for the intro video. If you have any questions, please let me know just to navigate back and show you where all of this is at. You'll notice that, again, under the week 1 module, here you have access. There's your PowerPoint lecture. There is the homework. There are the AutoCAD install instructions, and there's the discussion board. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and good luck in the course.